Welcome to the Invincible Corpse Collection System. Ding! You have been cursed by your fiancé Zhang Qingxiu, and you only have 10 hours of life left. Please renew your life in time. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the burial copper coffin. Congratulations to the host, I have obtained a map of the hidden corpses, which records the exact location of the corpses of the strong within a radius of 10,000 miles. You can search for them according to the map. Ding! Your current enhancement multiplier is 10 times. Boom! Accompanied by a cold voice, an extremely ancient and mysterious bronze coffin appeared in front of Lin Mudeo out of thin air. At the same time, a quaint picture scroll also appeared in his hands. Impressively, the burial copper coffin and the picture of the corpse. System. It seems that I have really time traveled. Looking at the bronze burial coffin and the map of the hidden corpses in front of him, Lin Mudeo finally confirmed the fact that he was reborn into a strange world through time travel. Moreover, it is still a mythical world with great emperors fighting for the front. Live again. Lin Mudeo is naturally full of joy. But what made him feel terrified was that now he only had 10 hours of life left. Just crossing, you have to face death. This is the beginning of hell. He sighed deeply. Say it. It is to focus on the Invincible Corpse Collection System. After a while, Lin Mudeo finally understood the function of the system. According to the description of the system, as long as he restrains the dead man's corpse, he can obtain the items that the dead man had or touched before he was alive, and it was strengthened. The multiplier of reinforcement is at least 10 times. The highest is the state that can strengthen an item to the extreme. If you want to become stronger, you can only collect the corpse. Now, I only have 10 hours of life left. If I want to survive in this world, the system is my only life-saving straw. Even if there is only a glimmer of life, I must hold on tightly. Lin Mudeo whispered. During the conversation, he spread out the picture of hiding the corpse. Crash! At this moment, the originally silent map burst into a gleam of brilliance, and then, a scarlet human-shaped mark came into view. In the rising brilliance, there is still some information manifested. Character, Zhang Taishu. Identity, the 8th Emperor of the ancient imperial family. Cultivation level, Great Emperor 9 Heavens. Buried location, Shengxi's status, dead. Hiss. A great emperor has fallen nearby? Looking at the information displayed on the corpse map, Lin Mudeo couldn't help but take a deep breath, and a strong shock appeared in the depths of his eyes. Great Emperor, the supreme being of all mortals. That is the supreme existence that suppresses a big world and pushes across the ages. What Lin Mudeo didn't expect was that in this small land of Kyushu, a great emperor had fallen, which was simply beyond his imagination. However, after being shocked, he felt endless surprises. Great! If his body is collected, what will be obtained? Daijing? Extreme Dao Emperor soldiers? Immortal medicine? All kinds of items exclusive to the emperor appeared in his mind one after another, making Lin Mudeo's blood boil. Shengxiu is a forbidden place in the world. It has been passed down from ancient times. It is related to the battle between gods and demons in the distant years. It contains supreme opportunities and good luck, and similarly, it also contains great terror. According to the picture of the hidden corpse, Zhang Taishu's corpse is not far from the Shenzhen, only about 800 miles away. If you can enter it, there is a great possibility that the corpse will be successfully recovered. The question now is how to enter the God Market. Lin Mudeo frowned. Shengxiu, hidden in the depths of the endless void. According to ancient legends, it will only appear once every 3,000 years, and it contains great horror. Even if you enter it, you may not be able to come out alive. What to do? Seeing the corpse of a great emperor in front of him, but unable to go in to collect it, Lin Mudeo was very distressed. Boom! At this time, there was a loud noise from outside. This moment, Lin Muadao clearly felt a terrifying coercion sweeping over, which made his soul tremble and he was almost out of breath. What happened? He pushed open the door and looked towards the source of the sound. Boom! 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 In the distant sky, there is an extremely powerful man, who is holding an ancient and vast black cauldron, crazily hitting the vast void. The terrifying power it unleashed pierced the sky. Numerous cracks visible to the naked eye continue to appear. Finally, under the fierce bombardment of that mysterious man, the mighty power of the black cauldron pierced through the sky, forcibly opening up a void passage. Hiss! What kind of unrivaled existence is that? Lin Muadao was amazed. He was shocked by the scene in front of him. That power definitely does not belong to the mortal world. Boom boom boom! Just when Lin Muadao was shocked, an old man in green clothes came to him in panic, and he was relieved when he saw that Lin Muadao was not hurt. Master, it's good that you're fine. Hanbo, what happened just now? How did I see that the void was pierced? Lin Muadao suppressed the shock in his heart and asked. Heard the words. The old man in Xingyi was silent for a long while before speaking slowly. Young master, that is a strong man from the ancient emperor clan. They are opening up a passage into the god market. Ancient emperor clan? Shengsu? Hearing this, Lin Muadao's spirit was greatly lifted. The ancient emperors also want to enter the god market. Okay. According to ancient legends, about 80,000 years ago, a great emperor ancestor of the Huanggu imperial clan unfortunately fell into the Shengsu. For 80,000 years, the Huanggu imperial clan never gave up looking for it. Whenever the Shengsu reappears in the world, they will forcefully open a passage with the emperor's soldiers, and send people into it to look for the emperor's body. It's just that, for 80,000 years, it seems that there has been no success. The old man in Xingyi explained patiently. The words are full of infinite yearning and awe. Lin Muadao didn't pay attention to his reaction. Now, all he knew was that the Huanggu imperial clan had opened the passage to the Shengsu. Hanbo, only people from the ancient imperial clan can enter the god market. Of course not. Shengsu, according to legend, is the battlefield of the battle between gods and demons in the distant era. The spirit and resentment of those fallen gods and demons turned into a boundless chaotic mist. The chaotic mist is extremely strange. It not only fills the entire god market, but also can shield the perception of living beings. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com can even erode one's own cultivation. The stronger the creature, the more damage it will suffer when it enters the god market. Thus, throughout the ages, although the Huanggu Emperor clan used emperor soldiers to open up passages to the Shengsu every time, they would not enter, but sent other people to look for the emperor's body. The ancient imperial clan promised that as long as anyone can help them find the emperor's body, he will be able to grant his 3 wishes. That's why, every time the ancient imperial clan opened up a channel to the god market, it would attract countless people to go there, each of them wanting to find the emperor's body, so as to reach the sky in one step. I see. Lin Muadao's eyes were shining brightly. Sleepy is coming, send a pillow. Originally, he was still worrying about how to enter the Shengsu, but now the Huanggu Emperor directly opened the passage for him. This is even God is helping him. Think here. Lin Muadao took a deep breath and looked at the old man in green beside him. Hanbo, I want to try my luck. What? Young master, you. Hanbo, my natural aptitude is mediocre, and 100 years of hard work is equivalent to a year of ordinary people's practice. I can't achieve anything in my whole life. So, I want to go to Shengsu to see if I can change my fate against the sky. Lin Muadao said expectantly. Hearing this, the old man in Xingyi originally wanted to refuse, but after seeing Lin Muadao's desolate and desperate eyes, he finally sighed. Okay, I will personally send you there, young master. Say it. The old man in Xingyi flipped his hands and took out a spirit boat, and carried Lin Wuodao away from the manor. Shengsu is not far from Qingyu, an ancient city. When Lin Wuodao and the old man in green arrived here in the spirit boat, they saw that tens of thousands of creatures had already gathered outside the Shengsu, most of them were mortals. In this world, force is paramount. For those who do not have any cultivation resources, entering the God market to try their luck may be an opportunity to change the fate of life. Same. Lin Wuodao also has this idea. Only, compared with those people who bump into each other like headless flies, Lin Wuodao's goal is clearer. Once he entered the God market, he would be able to find the emperor's corpse without any mistakes. By the time, this is the moment for him to change his destiny. To this, Lin Wuodao's heart is full of infinite expectations. Swish! Standing on a distant hill and looking at it for a while, Lin Wuodao finally focused his gaze on an ancient and majestic Shenzhou. There are two figures. One of them, of course, was the unrivaled powerhouse who used the mighty power to forcibly break the space barrier of the Shengsu with the emperor armament in his hand, and opened up a space passage. He was dressed in white, and his face was like a crown of jade. Just standing there, he gave off an air of indomitable vastness. It seems that one person can hold up the whole world. As for the other person, it was a young woman. Her face is peerless and alluring, and her temperament is as cold as a moon god. At a glance, she is dignified and holy, like a banished fairy who does not eat the fireworks of the world. The ancient emperors are indeed extraordinary. Lin Wuodao praised it. Say it. He just moved his eyes away, and turned his attention to the void passage in Shengsu. Rumble. At this time, the ancient and vast black cauldron hung above the void, and the mighty imperial power released seemed to suppress the entire world. Even if the surrounding void is constantly annihilated, that passage remains unmoved. Lin Wuodao is full of yearning for such supreme power. Boom! Just as he was concentrating on looking at it, suddenly, a ray of divine light hit the ancient black cauldron, and a vast and grand voice swept across the world. Let everyone present be quiet in an instant. I am the Emperor Zhang Lingyu. Today coincides with the birth of the Shengsu once every 3,000 years. According to the rules of the past, our ancient imperial family invites everyone to go to the Shengsu to look for the body of the great emperor of our ancestors. Everything, follow the principle of voluntariness. Whoever can find the body of the great emperor of the ancestors and bring it out, then our ancient imperial family can grant their 3 wishes. Whether it's the emperor's scripture, the emperor's armament, or the immortal medicine, it can all be realized. At this time, Zhang Lingyu's voice sounded. Heard. All the creatures present suddenly became restless. One by one, they began to gear up and prepare to enter the God market to fight a big battle. Shengsu contains great terror. The void channel opened up by our imperial soldiers can only last for half a day. During this half day, no matter whether you have gained anything or not, you must come out on time. Once you miss the time, you will be trapped in the God market for at least 3,000 years. In short, after entering the Shenzhen, life and death, misfortune and fortune, each depends on God's will. The cold voice resounded through the 10 directions. Finished. She stopped talking. Seeing this scene, the crowd, who could not hold back for a long time, rushed towards the void passage at the moment her words fell, rushing to enter the God market. See this scenario. Lin Wuodao also took steps and walked over. Hanbo, you can stay outside, I'll go in alone. Master, how can this be done? Don't worry, it's fine. You just leave the spirit boat to me, as long as there is danger, I will come out. He said calmly. Okay then. Master, you must be careful. If there is anything wrong, don't worry about it. Just run for your life. The old slave will meet you at the exit. Talking. The old man in Tsingyi handed Lin Wuodao a bag of spirit stones, and at the same time told him how to control the spirit boat. Call out. After experimenting for a while, Lin Yudao drove the spirit boat, turned into a stream of light, and rushed into the god market. Not long. Most of the thousands of creatures gathered before disappeared. See this scene. Zhang Lingyu on the Shenzhou couldn't help but secretly sighed. In the depths of his eyes, there is a look of hope. God King, do you think you can retrieve the Emperor's body this time? The great Emperor entered the God ruins 80,000 years ago, and news of his fall came out afterwards. Even today, our Huanggu Emperor clan has exhausted all our thoughts and efforts, but we have not been able to find his body. Seeing the resurgence of the Emperor's war, if in this era, the body of the Emperor cannot be retrieved, in the next era, my Huanggu imperial family may be wiped out. At that time, what awaits us will be a catastrophe. There was worry in her eyes. To this, the white-clothed king sitting cross-legged in front of him had an unruffled face and remained calm and composed throughout. Everything, let nature take its course. Before coming here, I have already asked someone to calculate that this trip to the Shengsu will be rewarding. Really? Hearing this, Zhang Lingyu's spirit was lifted up immediately. God King, you mean, this time we can get back the body of the great emperor? Maybe. Hey, I hope this time it will really succeed, the Huanggu imperial clan can't afford to wait anymore. She squeezed her palm slightly. Looking in the direction of Shengsu, he was full of infinite expectations. Lin Yudao was not clear about the conversation between Zhang Lingyu and the God King in white. Now, he has already entered the God market. Everything, just as the old man in Xingyi said, the God ruins is filled with boundless chaotic mist, and the sky and earth are even more gloomy. Even with the naked eye, it is impossible to see clearly what is 3 feet away. After finding a hidden place, Lin Yudao took out the corpse map. Ding! The host has successfully arrived at the God market. In view of the weak strength of the host and the lack of any self-protection power, a safe route to the Emperor's corpse is being planned for the host. Ding! The route has been planned. The host can safely reach the corpse hiding place along the route shown in the corpse hiding map. The cold notification sound suddenly sounded in my mind. Heard the words. Lin Yudao was overjoyed. He was worrying about how to avoid danger and go to the corpse hiding place. The system solved this trouble for him. Call out. At the moment, he carefully steered the spirit boat, and began to gradually move forward along the route shown in the corpse map, towards the location of Emperor Zhang Taishu's corpse. About an hour later, under the guidance of the corpse map, Lin Yudao finally arrived at the bottom of a desolate and lonely cliff. In the deepest place at the bottom of the cliff, Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com successfully found the body of the great Emperor Zhang Taishu. Zhang Taishu, a middle-aged man with a majestic appearance. Now, he was sitting cross-legged under an ancient big tree. Although he had been dead for 80,000 years, the body of the great emperor did not show any signs of decay, and there was still divine light flowing in it. Waves of mighty imperial prestige surged like a mighty river. Emperor, you are not invincible. Lin Yudao sighed. Say it. He turned his hand and took out the copper coffin for burial. Boom! As soon as the burial copper coffin appeared, the ancient and boundless aura was released, which instantly wiped out Zhang Taishu's vast and incomparable emperor's might, and disappeared in an instant. See this scene. Lin Yudao no longer hesitated, and immediately came to Zhang Taishu and began to search. After all, as a great emperor, there must be a lot of good things on him. If he can get emperor scriptures or emperor soldiers, he will reach the sky in one step. However, what disappointed Lin Yudao was that Zhang Taishu seemed to have been prepared for a long time. When he searched all over his body, there was nothing but an ordinary identity token. Is this because I knew I was going to die, so I transferred all the treasures in advance? Lin Yudao didn't know why. Think here. Without hesitation, he immediately took out the copper coffin and put Zhang Taishu's body in it. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host, you have successfully restrained a corpse of the great emperor, and you will get the following items. Suddenly, a cold reminder sounded in my mind. Heard. Lin Mudeo's spirit was greatly lifted, the part he was most looking forward to, finally arrived. Congratulations, you have obtained the 10,000-year cultivation base of Emperor Zhang Taishu. Congratulations, you have obtained the innate fetish, the stone of origin. Congratulations, you have obtained the inheritance law of the Huanggu Emperor clan, the Huanggu Emperor's classic. 3 cold notification tones sounded suddenly. Heard. Lin Mudeo was overjoyed. It was not in vain that he took the risk to go deep into the god ruins and restrain the emperor's corpse, and he gained a lot. This time, it must be able to change fate. System, are these all strengthened tenfold? Yes. If the 10,000-year cultivation base of the great Emperor Zhang Taishu is blessed by me, to what level will my strength be raised? He asked excitedly. Ding, it depends on the situation. Because the host's root bone is extremely clumsy, and his talent is mediocre, even if he has the 10,000 years of cultivation of the great Emperor Zhang Taishu, he will not have too much strength. If nothing else happens, the host will reach the 8th realm. The 8th realm? Hearing this answer, Lin Mudeo clenched his fists, his eyes were bright. Although he can't reach the sky in one step, if he reaches the 8th level of cultivation, it is very good for him. Looking at the boundaries of the Kyushu, he can be regarded as a master. Is it infused with the 10,000 years of cultivation of the great Emperor Zhang Taishu? No. Lin Mudeo chose to refuse. At the moment, being in the god market, danger is always there. Furthermore, if he suddenly becomes a cultivator with the 8th realm from a mortal, he will definitely attract the attention of those outsiders. Therefore, he chose to wait for a wave first, and then talk about it when he went back. System, can I check the information of the stone of origin and the ancient emperor's scripture? Can. Wow! As soon as the screen turned, 2 panels appeared in front of my eyes. Name, Stone of Origin. Brief introduction. The supreme divine object before the creation of the world, the pyramid shape of the triangular cone, possesses 3 heaven-defying attributes of invincible, indestructible, and separation. Invincible, those who hold the Stone of Origin will permanently increase their combat power to a great level. Immortality, in the world, no one can smash your physical body. Clone, you can evolve a clone with the same strength as your own. The stronger the cultivation base, the longer the evolved clone will last. Name, Desolate. Ancient Emperor's Book. Introduction. In the great world of God and desolation, the inheritance method of the ancient imperial clan could originally be cultivated to the 9th heaven of the great emperor. After the system is strengthened 10 times, it can be cultivated to the realm of the emperor of heaven. With them, why don't I worry about reaching the pinnacle of my life? Lin Mudeo's spirit was greatly lifted. This time Shengsu collected the emperor's corpse, and his harvest was extremely huge. The 3 things he got, each of which could change his life and destiny. After taking a deep breath, Lin Mudeo suppressed the shock in his heart, and then with the help of the system, he took the Stone of Origin into his body. This will be one of his powerful trump cards for survival in the future. Zhang Taishu's emperor's corpse has been successfully collected, it's time to go out. Call out. During the conversation, Lin Mudeo checked again, and at the same time erased all traces, then drove the spirit boat and headed out of the Shengsu. Standing on the spirit boat, suddenly, he seemed to remember something, and took out Zhang Taishu's identity token. Looking at it, Lin Mudeo thought about it. For 80,000 years, the ancient emperors have been searching for Zhang Taishu's body unswervingly. There must be some unknown reason. Now, Zhang Taishu's emperor's corpse has been recovered by the system. It is impossible to give it to them, but this token can be manipulated. I don't know if it can be exchanged for a wish of the ancient imperial family. Lin Mudeo secretly thought. He thinks, you can try it. But there are so many people, if the identity token is directly handed over to the Huanggu imperial clan like this, it will definitely attract the attention and covet of many people, and troubles will continue. Also, Lin Muadao is also not sure whether there are enemies of the ancient imperial clan lurking around here. If they are targeted, they will definitely bring disaster. Therefore, this matter has to be well planned. In short, don't rush. Think here. Lin Muadao stored the token in the system space, and then drove the spirit boat towards the exit of Shengsu. Outside the God Market, Han Qingshan is waiting anxiously. God bless you, I hope the young master will be safe. He kept praying. Call out. At this moment, a beam of spiritual light pierced through the void, carrying a young man rushing out from the Shenzhen, looking extremely embarrassed. Moreover, his face was full of horror. Seeing this scene, the onlookers couldn't help laughing secretly. Hey, isn't this Lin Muadao? He actually wants to find the emperor's body. Humph! It's just trash. Looking at his appearance, it is obvious that he has encountered a great horror, but he is not dead. This guy is really lucky. There was a lot of discussion. Obviously, none of them took Lin Muadao seriously, nor did they think that he could find the emperor's body. Therefore, after some ridicule, he stopped paying attention to him. On the contrary, Han Qingshan, when he saw Lin Muadao successfully walked out, his old face was full of surprises. Master, are you all right? Well, it's fine. Uncle Han, let's go back quickly. It is good. Without hesitation, Han Qingshan immediately drove the spirit boat and carried Lin Muadao away from the Shengsu. The whole process did not attract anyone's attention. This is also the result that Lin Muadao wanted. After returning to the manor, Lin Muadao washed up first, then came to a secret room and sat down cross-legged. System, help me infuse the 10,000-year cultivation of Emperor Zhang Taishu. Ding, instilling. Boom. 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 With the fall of the notification sound, a mighty torrent like the Milky Way appeared in the body out of thin air, crazily washing away Lin Muadao's physical body. Seeing this scene, Lin Muadao immediately kept his mind on, started to run the desolate ancient emperor's scripture, and practiced. Physical state. Dragon Elephant Realm. Divine Tibetan Realm. Sea of Bitterness. Luntai Realm. Dao Palace Realm. The other side. Under the scouring of Emperor Zhang Taishu's 10,000-year cultivation base, Yu reading book www.yuyuganshu.com. Lin Muadao's cultivation base began to skyrocket at a speed visible to the naked eye. After half a day, when the last trace of strength was exhausted, Lin Muadao broke the shackles of the other shore realm and was promoted to the 8th realm. Apotheosis. It's not easy. After a lot of twists and turns, I finally got a good start. Lin Muadao sighed softly. Say it. With the thought in his mind, an attribute panel instantly manifested. Name, Lin Muadao Cultivation, Early Stage of Deity Transformation Cultivation Method, Desolate Ancient Emperor's Sutra Skills, Basic Boxing, Kaishan Mahamudra Items, Bronze Coffin for Burial, Corpse Map, Stone of Origin Lifespan, 736 years. Remarks, the ancient curse in the body, the passing of life, every day will be forcibly deprived of 1 year of life. A lot of information is presented in front of you. After reading it, Lin Muadao frowned, and his face was a little gloomy. It seems that the curse must be lifted. Sudden. He thought of the ancient imperial clan, maybe they would have a solution? Swish. Thinking of this, Lin Muadao was silent for a moment, and immediately communicated with the origin stone in his body with his mind, and saw a ray of divine light across the air, and a clone was condensed. Although it can only last for a short quarter of an hour, it is enough. After changing the appearance and aura of the avatar, Lin Yudao controlled it and headed towards Shangsu. Outside the God Market, Zhang Lingyu was waiting patiently. Seeing one after another of figures walking out of the Shangsu, but did not bring the slightest message about the great Emperor Zhang Taishu, she couldn't help but feel secretly anxious. Could it be that this time he also returned empty-handed? God King, there are almost enough people who have come out, why don't they? She turned her eyes to the white-clothed king beside her. Heard. The king of God in white had a calm face, without the slightest wave in his eyes, and he didn't even look at Shangsu. Don't worry. Everything has its own destiny, what should come, will always come. Waiting patiently is. But Zhang Lingyu wanted to say something, but in the end everything turned into a sigh. Seeing that the God King in white was so calm, she could only suppress her anxiety in her heart and continue to wait. Soon. Another hour has passed. At this time, no one has left the God Market. Boom. Even, the void channel opened up by the Emperor's soldiers before could not bear the mighty power of the heaven and earth at this time, and it was annihilated with a loud noise. Seeing this scene, Zhang Lingyu's body trembled slightly, and her heart sank into the abyss. Oh, did it fail again this time? She murmured bitterly. At the same time, when the void channel of Shangsu collapsed, the calm and mountain-like God King in white also slightly opened his eyes, with a pair of deep eyes, looking in the direction of Shangsu, wondering what he was thinking. God King, let's go. Over the past 80,000 years, our imperial clan has tried many times, but every time we failed, our ancestors did not pin their hopes on this one. If you want to enter the God Market again, you can only wait 3,000 years later. Zhang Lingyu squeezed her palm. At this time, with the collapse of the void passage, the thousands of creatures who were watching also began to gradually leave. Before they knew it, there were only the two of them left. See. The last glimmer of hope in Zhang Lingyu's heart was shattered. God King, there is no one left. Wait another half an hour. A flat voice came out slowly. Hearing this, although Zhang Lingyu didn't have any hope, she didn't dare to disobey the will of the God King in white, and could only wait patiently aside. Call out. About a quarter of an hour later, a strange figure came in front of them. It's a tall man. What surprised Zhang Lingyu was that she couldn't see the cultivation level of the person in front of her, and what shocked her especially was that there seemed to be no vitality in the person in front of her. Puppet? A look of surprise flashed across her beautiful eyes. Your Excellency is here. I want to ask, does what you Huanggu Imperial clan said before still count? Is it true that as long as you find the Emperor's body, you can fulfill the 3 wishes? Certainly. My Huanggu Imperial clan speaks a lot, how can it be false? Zhang Lingyu looked solemn. Talking. She just cast her expectant eyes on Lin Yudao. Does your Excellency know the whereabouts of our great Emperor's body? Or, has your Excellency successfully brought our great Emperor's body out of the Shangsu? No. Lin Yudao shook his head. This answer disappointed Zhang Lingyu. Then what are you planning to do? At this time, she has lost all hope. Regarding Zhang Lingyu's reaction, Lin Yudao looked indifferent. Let me ask again, if you find an item related to the great emperor, can you exchange it for a wish from the ancient emperor clan? Items of the great emperor? As soon as these words came out, not only Zhang Lingyu, but even the God King in white looked over. Boom! But just when they were wondering, Lin Yudao took out the identity token of the great emperor Zhang Taishu, and in an instant, a wave of ancient and grand imperial prestige swept across the 10 directions. Zhang Lingyu was so overwhelmed that she couldn't breathe. But more, it is exciting. Is this the emperor's identity token? Her eyes widened in disbelief. Same. The deep eyes of the white-clothed king also fell firmly on the identity token. Looking at Lin Yudao, there was an inexplicable meaning in his eyes. This is indeed the belongings of the great emperor of our clan, and it is a status symbol. I don't know where the little brother found it. God mark it. Lin Yudao replied lightly. Can this thing be exchanged for a wish of the ancient imperial family? Can. The king in white nodded slightly. I don't know what the little brother wants to exchange for my clan's wish with this item. I want an elixir of immortality. Okay? Immortal medicine? Hearing this suddenly, Zhang Lingyu frowned. The medicine of immortality is incomparably precious. That is the supreme medicine that can extend the life of the emperor, and even help to live a second life. Just an identity token, do you want a plant of immortality medicine? This appetite is a little big. Why, can't it be changed? Seemingly aware of the change in Zhang Lingyu's expression, Lin Yudao's tone could not help but sink. See. The white-clothed king smiled. Call out. He raised his hand and pointed lightly. In an instant, a divine light flashed across the air, but it turned out to be a simple and unsophisticated jade box. Boom! The moment the jade box was opened, a mighty divine light rushed out, and a real dragon vision manifested in it, extremely powerful and powerful. Just taking a sip, Lin Yudao felt that his lifespan had increased a lot. This is a true dragon elixir. After swallowing it, you can increase your lifespan by 12,000 years. From now on, it belongs to the little brother. True dragon elixir? Lin Yudao was shocked. Originally, he just wanted to test it out, but who knew that the Huanggu Emperor clan was really willing to take out an elixir of immortality in exchange for Zhang Taishu's identity token? It seems that this thing is very important to them. Maybe, there are other magical effects. Lin Yudao secretly thought. Although he had some doubts, he didn't worry about it too much. Zhang Taishu's identity token was useless to him. If he could exchange it for a plant of immortality medicine, it would be his wish. Present. With a big wave of his hand, he handed Zhang Taishu's identity token to the king in white. Feeling the ancient and heavy imperial prestige on the token of the great emperor, as well as the familiar aura belonging to the ancient imperial family, the white-clothed king stirred up a wave of emotion in his heart. Then, looking at Lin Yudao's eyes, there was a trace of gratitude. Little brother, is there anything else? Well, there is something I need to ask, but it's okay to say. The white-clothed king had a gentle expression on his face. I want to ask, if you are cursed, how can you get rid of it? Curse? Hearing these two words, Zhang Lingyu's pupil shrank. Are you cursed? Her eyes fell on Lin Yudao tightly, as if she wanted to see some clues from him. However, Lin Yudao ignored him, but kept staring at the king in white. The curse is a weird and evil thing. If a person is cursed and wants to get rid of it, generally speaking, there are two possible ways. First, find the cursed person and kill him. Secondly, Yuuganshu www.yuuganshu.com forcibly expels or purifies the curse with the help of external objects, such as Jingtian Shen Shui, Haoran Sacred Tree, Eternal Golden Elixir. The white-clothed king listed all kinds of gods in the world. Heard. Lin Yudao nodded. Thanks for letting me know. Say it. He cupped his hands, turned and left without hesitation. This line. He's got what he wants. Looking at Lin Yudao's leaving figure, Zhang Lingyu on the Shenzhou boat had a look of surprise. God King, is that a puppet? No. This person probably didn't want us to know his identity and origin, so he used an avatar to come. Avatar? Zhang Lingyu was taken aback. Anyone who can become an incarnation is an ancient and powerful existence. There is no need to pay too much attention to this matter. We have already got what we want, and he has also got what he wants. It can be said that everyone is happy. As for who he is and what his identity is, it doesn't matter. All of this is just a transaction between each other, and each takes what he needs. The King of God in White said lightly. Heard the words. Zhang Lingyu nodded. God King, aren't we looking for the Emperor's body? This is just the Emperor's identity token, in exchange for a real dragon elixir, isn't it? It is not an identity token, but a key. Key? Zhang Lingye was puzzled. However, the white-clothed king did not explain anything. Present. He waved his big sleeves, and the shenzhou under his feet pierced through the void in an instant, and disappeared in this place in the blink of an eye. Worry-free villa. This is where Lin Muadao lived. Due to the early death of his parents, he has lived with his old servant Han Qingshan since he was a child, and now 20 years have passed. Now, in a secret room in the villa, Lin Muadao sat cross-legged on the ground quietly. After adjusting his mind, he took out the true dragon elixir. Wow! In an instant, immeasurable divine splendor surged out, illuminating the entire secret room. Just taking a sip, Lin Muadao was in high spirits. He felt that his own vitality had been greatly increased, and the energy and blood all over his body became more majestic. The elixir of immortality is really extraordinary. Without hesitation. After examining it, he swallowed the real dragon elixir bit by bit. Boom! 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 The real dragon elixir, as a kind of elixir of immortality, contains an incomparably majestic essence of life. When Lin Muadao swallowed it, surges of life force surged forth instantly. Its divine light shines inside and outside the whole body. This moment, Lin Muadao could clearly feel that his lifespan was increasing crazily at a terrifying speed. Boom! I don't know how long it has passed. When the last ray of life essence of the true dragon elixir was refined, Lin Muadao suddenly opened his eyes, and in an instant, two bright divine splendors shot out. Like two brilliant suns, it has the potential to shine on the heavens. Name: Lin Muadao. Cultivation, early stage of deity transformation. Lifespan, 12,736 years. Finally, I got rid of the threat to my life temporarily. Looking at the information presented on the system panel, Lin Muadao couldn't help but heaved a sigh of relief, and the heart that had been hanging was also slightly relieved at this moment. With the 12,000-year lifespan increased by the real dragon elixir, even if he is forcibly deprived of 1 year every day, he still has decades to live. But the curse on the body is always a deadly threat, and it should be removed as soon as possible. And according to the statement of the white-clothed god king of the Huanggu imperial clan, if he wanted to get rid of the curse on his body, he had to wash himself with a divine object or treasure, and forcibly lift it. Another way is to kill the cursed person. Lin Muadao has no fetishes or treasures. Therefore, he had no choice but to kill Zhang Qingxiu. Think here. He pondered for a while, then walked out of the secret room. Master, why do you? At this time, Han Qingshan came to his room just in time, and there was a hint of surprise and confusion in his eyes. Uncle Han, what's the matter? Master, I feel that you are different from before. Oh, what's different? Lin Muadao looked calm. Well, I feel that young master, you are more energetic than before, your temperament is also very different from before, and the vitality and blood in your whole body are also very strong. Master, have you made a breakthrough in cultivation? Okay. Lin Muadao hummed lightly. Hearing this, Han Qingshan's old face burst into a bright smile. Good. Good. Heaven rewards hard work. God finally opened his eyes. He kept saying hello. To this, Lin Muadao smiled lightly and didn't say much. By the way, Han Bo, do you know where Zhang Qingxiu is now? Hey, I was just about to tell you about this, young master. I just saw from the Tongtian Beijian that just today, Miss Zhang Qingxiu successfully broke through the 4th realm of suffering. Now, I have become the 9th true disciple of the Taixuan sect. Okay? Zhang Qingxiu cultivated into the Sea of Bitterness realm? Taixuan sect is the leading sect in Kyushu, and it is far away in Zhongzhou, thousands of miles away from Qingyu, an ancient city. How did you hear about Zhang Qingxiu, Hanbo? Lin Muidao asked with some doubts. Heard. Han Qingshan smiled slightly, and took out a piece of cyan jade wall about the size of a palm. Its surface was as smooth as a mirror, and it looked quite extraordinary. Young master, this is the Tongtian Beijian made by Renjian Lu. It records all kinds of important news in the Qingshan domain, and the owner of the world will always update the information on the Tongtian Beijian in real time to ensure that it is accurate. The landlord of the world, Lord Qunmo, is an unrivaled man. It is said that he is well versed in the mysteries of the heavens and knows everything in the world. As long as you give him money, he can answer anything for you. Tiantian Beijian has been released for more than 10 years, and has always been widely praised. Now it has swept the entire Qingshan area and become a must-have for practitioners. Master, if you are interested, you can go to the human building to buy one. Talking. He handed the Tongtian Beijian in his hand to Lin Muidao. Out of curiosity, Lin Muidao flipped through it for a while, and found that the so-called Tongtian Beijian was somewhat similar to the forum in his previous life, where various news and important matters were released. But everything related to cultivation involves. Top, Introduction to the Secret Realm of the 12 Realms of the Great Wilderness. Top, Column of Anecdotes and Strange Events in the Great Wilderness. Top, Great Wilderness Ranking. Top, the Demon Suppressor of the Dali Dynasty recruits demon suppressors all year round, and the treatment is generous. Anyone who passes the assessment will receive 10,000 low-grade spirit stones per month. Hot news, after 3,000 years, the ancient emperors opened the god market again. Anyone who can find the emperor's body can grant 3 wishes. Hot news, Zhang Qingxiu of the Great Li Dynasty, at the age of 20, cultivated to the 4th realm of suffering, and has now become the 9th true disciple of the Taixuan sect. Hot news, Dali Yuanzhou Town Magic Division, the governor Zhao Xianxiao, has successfully captured the old demon Chiyu of the Netherworld demon sect, and will be publicly questioned and beheaded on the next day, as a warning to others. The chaotic and complicated information came into view. After reading, there was a touch of interest in Lin Muidao's eyes. The Tongtian treasure mirror released by Renjian Lu is indeed very miraculous, and the landlord of Renjian Lu is even an unrivaled person who knows everything about the world. Lin Muidao also admires this method very much. Exactly. According to what he remembered, the human building was in Qingyu, an ancient city. How did you sell Tongtian Beijian? 10,000 low-grade spirit stones. Master, do you want to go to the human building to have a look? Okay. Hanbo, you prepare 100,000 low-grade spirit stones for me, and I plan to go shopping. It is good. Han Qingshan didn't ask any more questions, and immediately went to get a spirit ring. There is no shortage of spirit stones in Wuya Villa. According to Lin Muidao's understanding, the original owner's father is a big figure in the magic division of Dali Town, with a high position and authority. After the death due to some reasons, you can get a lot of compensation every year. Master, do you need me to accompany you? No, I just want to go out for a walk. Young master, be careful all the way. After a few words of advice, Han Qingshan turned and left. At this time, Lin Muidao also walked out of Wuya Villa. After some wandering, he came to an ancient and mysterious attic according to the memory in his mind. The first thing that caught his attention was a pair of couplets from Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com. Shanglian, if you enter here, you will have nothing to worry about. Second couplet, if you run amok in the world, you will have no worries. Horizontal badge, know everything. After a few glances, Lin Muidao walked in. The human floor is extremely spacious. The furnishings and layout inside are simple but yet majestic, and give people a sense of mystery. Now, behind a desk in the back of the lobby, there is a tall, handsome young man, holding an ancient scroll and reading with great interest. The expression is extremely comfortable. "Brother, what do you need?" At this time, a girl in red clothes full of spiritual wisdom came to him and looked at him curiously. "I want to buy a Tongtian Beijian. Besides, I would like to ask the landlord about something." "Oh, my son is here for business," she let out a cry of joy. Talking. He led Lin Mudeo to sit at the desk and made a cup of tea. "So it's young Master Lin." Seeing the person coming, Jun Kyunmo put down the ancient scroll in his hand, and when his eyes touched Lin Mudeo, a look of surprise flashed across his eyes. "What does first young Master Lin want to ask? But it's okay to say. I would like to ask, what is the cultivation level of the strongest Taekshuan section?" "Taekshuan Min?" Jun Kyunmo was slightly taken aback. 80,000 low-grade spirit stones. Let me tell you about the most powerful Taekshuan section. It is good. Lin Mudeo nodded. Then, with a wave of his hand, he directly took out 80,000 low-grade spirit stones. The current strongest person in the Taekshuan sect is the Supreme Elder Wan Jiansheng. He has already cultivated to the realm of the great perfection of God transformation, and may step into the 9th realm of Tongtian at any time. The technique he cultivates is Taekshuan Sutra. Jun Kyunmo said lightly. Talking. He engraved all the information about Wan Jiansheng into a jade slip and handed it to Lin Mudeo. Transforming God into great perfection? Lin Mudeo nodded. This result did not exceed his expectations. Although he only has the cultivation base of the early stage of becoming a god, but with the invincible attribute of the Stone of Origin, his combat power can be permanently increased by a big realm. Therefore, he is enough to stand shoulder to shoulder with the great masters of the Tongtian realm. In this way, even if he kills Zhang Qingxiu and offends the Taekshuan sect, he doesn't have to worry about being threatened, let alone worry about being unable to handle it. By the way, I heard that Ren Jianlu knows everything, so can I publish the news on Tongtian Beijian? Can. I don't know what kind of news young Master Lin wants to release. A hint of interest rose in Jun Kyunmo's eyes. To this, Lin Mudeo didn't say much, but took out 10,000 low-grade spirit stones to buy a Tongtian Beijian, and immediately turned around and left the building. Interesting looking at Lin Mudeo's leaving figure, Jun Kyunmo couldn't help but smile slightly. At the same time, his expression also became playful. He can't see through Lin Mudeo. Although he claims to be omniscient, when his eyes touch Lin Mudeo, he feels a thick layer of fog covering his eyes. Never see clearly. Even with his methods and abilities, he couldn't see any useful information. Is this person not under the jurisdiction of heaven in this world? Jun Kyunmo frowned in thought. The more he thought about it, the more incredible he felt. Young master, who is this little brother? I feel that he is too terrifying. I have never seen such a murderous person. I feel that his feet are covered with mountains of corpses and seas of blood. At this time, the girl in red, full of spiritual wisdom, came to Jun Kyunmo and said with lingering fear. There was still a hint of fear on the immature face. Heard. Jun Kyunmo's curious eyes fell on her instantly. Linger, what did you see? Well, I saw a mountain of corpses built of countless bones on his body, and a boundless sea of blood flowing under his feet. Countless creatures were killed by him. This person will definitely be an unrivaled murderer in the future. An unparalleled murderer? Hearing this, Jun Kyunmo's expression darkened slightly, and he nodded thoughtfully. I heard that Lin Mudeo from Wuya Villa is a complete waste, but now it seems that this is not the case. He sighed softly. Say it. Jun Kyunmo didn't continue to worry about these things, but instead picked up the ancient scroll on the desk and continued to read it. The other side. Since Ren Jianlu left, Lin Mudeo walked alone on the ancient street, holding the Tongtian Beijian bought from Ren Jianlu in his hand. Browsing the various information above gave him a little more understanding of the world. Simultaneously, I admire Jun Kyunmo's methods even more. Call out. Call out! Call out! While Lin Yudao was browsing the information on Tongtian Beijian, suddenly, bright streamers of light flashed across the sky above Qingyuan ancient city. That is, a spirit boat. And seems to be heading in the same direction. Hey, have you heard? Zhang Qingxiu, the eldest daughter of the Zhang family, has become the 9th true disciple of the Taixuan sect. I already knew about such a big thing. It is said that Jiang's family is already throwing a big banquet for 3 days and 3 nights. All the famous people in Qingyuan ancient city have been invited. See, those spirit boats in the sky are all going to congratulate Jiang's family. Now, the Zhang family has reached the sky in one step. The overwhelming voice of discussion came from the crowd. Heard. Lin Yudao narrowed his eyes. Then he casually bought a sharp long knife from the street next to him, and then walked towards the Zhang family. The Zhang family is located in the south of Qingyuan ancient city. Now, in a resplendent hall, the Zhang family is holding a grand celebration. The sounds of drums, music and flute, as well as the congratulations and laughter of the guests, linger in all directions. The atmosphere is so lively. At the entrance of the main hall, there was a majestic middle-aged man in Xingyi, receiving many guests who came to congratulate him. This person is the current head of the Zhang family, Zhang Wenchen. Now, it has been cultivated to the peak of the Sea of Bitter Realm. In this huge Qingyuan ancient city, he can be regarded as a character. Congratulations to Patriarch Zhang, now that the eldest lady has been promoted to the 9th true disciple of the Taixuan sect, the Zhang family surpasses the Lin family, and it is just around the corner. From now on, Qingyuan ancient city shall be respected by the Zhang family. Patriarch Zhang gave birth to a good daughter, I'm really envious. Give birth to a daughter like Zhang Qingxiu. Congratulations to Patriarch Zhang. Many voices of congratulations continued to sound. Every guest who came to congratulate, showed strong envy and awe in their eyes. See this scenario. An incomparably bright smile suddenly appeared on Zhang Wenchen's face. Qingxiu is the Kailan girl of my Zhang family. As long as she is there, my Zhang family will surely be able to shine like a great sun, shining on the entire Dali dynasty. It is not impossible to even resound throughout Kyushu one day. The more I think about it, the more excited Zhang Wenchen felt in his heart. This moment, he seems to have seen a bright future for the Zhang family. But, in a blink of an eye, as if he thought of something again, his brows furrowed secretly. Now, Qingxiu has become a true disciple of the Taixuan sect, and her status is increasing day by day. It's time to draw a clear line with Lin Yudao, that trash. In the past, I married Lin Daoshan because of his great strength. Right now, Qingxiu has become the favored child of heaven, and her future is limitless, while Lin Yudao is still a useless trash. How can you reading www.yuyuganshu.com be a match for my Zhang family Kailan girl? After the celebration is over, let's come to the door and cancel the marriage. He secretly made up his mind. Say it. Turn around and step into the hall. Patriarch, the celebration is ready. A servant came forward to report. Then let's start. Zhang Wenchen nodded and ordered. Subsequently, he raised his wine glass and came to the center of the hall. In an instant, everyone present fell silent, and all their eyes fell on him in unison. Today, the little girl Zhang Qingxiu is lucky enough to become the 9th true disciple of the Taixuan sect. It is indeed the great fortune of my Zhang family. Therefore, we hold a celebration to congratulate her. Thank you for coming here, I will do it first as a respect. Zhang Wenchen laughed loudly. Talking. He raised the wine glass in his hand and was about to drink it down. At the same time, all the guests present also got up one after another, wanting to have a drink with Zhang Wenchen. Everyone had bright smiles on their faces. If nothing else happens, in the future, the ancient city of Qingyuan will be respected by the Zhang family. Therefore, They must take advantage of the opportunity in front of them to establish a good relationship with the Zhang family. Only. The idea is good, but the reality is cruel. Call out. Just as everyone was toasting, suddenly, an extremely fierce knife light flew from outside the hall, and before everyone recovered, it fell directly on Zhang Wenchen. There was a scream full of pain. Subsequently, under the incomparably horrified eyes of everyone, Zhang Wenchen's right arm was cut off abruptly. What happened? Everything happened in an instant, and no one reacted. And when they woke up, they saw that Zhang Wenchen's right arm had been cut off, and scarlet blood flowed out, staining a large area of the ground. Seeing this terrifying scene, everyone present gasped, their faces were filled with shock and horror. At the same time, Zhang Wenchen's pupils constricted too. The previous knife gave him an extremely terrifying aura. Other side. At least he is also a master of Kahide Dzogchen. Moreover, he has a grudge against himself. Thinking of this, Zhang Wenchen's heart was extremely heavy. He resisted the severe pain from his body and turned his head to look outside the hall. Boom! 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 I saw, accompanied by the sound of steady steps, a cold figure gradually came into view. It was a man in black. He was tall, with cold eyes, a long knife in his hand, and a monstrous and fierce aura exuding from all over his body, like a peerless killer from hell. Linear. Lin Muadao! Someone exclaimed. In his tone, he revealed extremely strong shock. What? He is Lin Muadao? Zhang Qingxiu's good-for-nothing fiancé? Swish! When they heard that the person who came was the well-known of Qingyu, an ancient city, everyone present changed their expressions, and immediately afterward, shocking gazes fell on him one after another. As for Zhang Wenchen, his eyes widened even more. His pale face was full of shock and disbelief. Now, he couldn't believe his eyes. Lin Muadao made the knife just now? Isn't he a useless person? How could he have such a powerful force? Come on, kill him! Suddenly, a loud roar sounded from Zhang Wenchen's mouth. Call out! Call out! Call out! The voice fell, and in an instant, 3 powerful figures came to the family hall in an instant, and rushed towards Lin Muadao town aggressively. The person who came was obviously an offering from the Zhang family. They are all masters who have cultivated to the 5th level. A junior who doesn't know how to live or die, dare to come to Jiang's house to be presumptuous, and suffer death for me. Boom! While speaking, one of the old men in Xingyi raised his hand and ruthlessly suppressed Lin Muadao. A powerful force swept through the hall. Seeing this scene, the surrounding guests were shocked and retreated as quickly as possible, for fear of harming the fish in the pond. In the presence, only Lin Muadao remained motionless. Facing the terrifying attack of the old man in Xingyi, his eyes were full of indifference. Roll! Without looking at it, just raise your hand and hit it with a palm. Boom! The mighty power is released like the Milky Way, covering the 10 directions. The seemingly terrifying blow of the old man in Xingyi collapsed directly under Lin Muadao's palm. In the end, a big hand hit his chest in the air. The shrill scream resounded through the hall. In the astonished eyes of everyone, Lin Muadao pierced through the chest of the priest of the 5th realm, and fell on the ground 10 feet away, dying. Obviously, it is too dead to die. Hiss this, how is this possible? Isn't Lin Muadao a useless person? How can he have such terrifying power? He killed the priest of the 5th realm with one palm. In the hall, someone exclaimed. The scene in front of them overturned their cognition. Now, the eyes of everyone looking at Lin Muadao are full of fear. Lin Muadao ignored their reaction. Boom! After killing Xingyi with a single palm, he did not let go of the other 2. He thrust out his big hand suddenly, and the other 2 5th-level priests were captured instantly. Don't kill me! Forgive me! Under the absolute strength, the two priests of the Luntai realm began to beg bitterly. I hope Lin Muadao can show mercy. However, Lin Muadao turned a deaf ear to their entreaties. Catch the extremely sharp sound of bone cracking sounded, and under the incomparably terrified gazes of the crowd, the necks of the two fifth-level priests were wrung directly. All the vitality in his body was wiped out. In the blink of an eye, the three priests of the Zhang family all died at the hands of Lin Muadao. So, how could this be? This scene. It made Zhang Wenchen terrified to the extreme. The offering of the fifth realm is his greatest reliance. However, in front of Lin Muadao, there is no power to fight back. This made him feel extremely hopeless. Lin Muadao, my Zhang family has no grievances with you, why are you so mad? What's more, my daughter Zhang Qingxiu is still engaged to you. In name, I'm still your future father-in-law. Now you come to Jiang's house aggressively and kill 3 of my priests, what is your intention? Zhang Wenchen asked sharply. The words are full of hatred. He no grudges or enmities. Future father-in-law? Hear this. There was a cold smile on the corner of Lin Muadao's mouth. If you want to know the answer, just ask your good daughter. An emotionless voice sounded slowly. Say it. Lin Muadao didn't give Zhang Wenchen any chance to resist at all, he just dodged in front of him and grabbed his neck. Immediately afterwards, the 3 enshrined corpses were put into the burial copper coffin. You collected Ding Sihai's body and obtained 10,000 low-grade spirit stones. After the system has been strengthened tenfold, you have obtained 100,000 low-grade spirit stones. You collected Zhao Shanhe's body and gained 1 year of cultivation. After the system has been strengthened 10 times, you have gained 10 years of cultivation. You collected Li Fengchen's corpse and obtained the Qing Feng sword of the 5th level spiritual weapon. After the system was strengthened 10 times, you obtained the 6th level spiritual weapon, the ancient Qing Ming sword. 3 prompts sounded from my mind. Boom! After 10 years of infusion, although Lin Muadao did not break through the middle stage of transformation, he was 1 step closer. As for the 100,000 low-grade spirit stones and the ancient sword Qing Ming, a 6th level spirit weapon, he quickly glanced at them and lost interest. He will get a lot of things like this in the future. Therefore, didn't care too much. Subsequently, holding the long knife in one hand and pinching Zhang Wenchen's neck with the other, he strode out of the Zhang family. Tell Zhang Qingxiu, if I don't see her within 3 days, I will kill Zhang Wenchen. A cold voice came from afar. Heard. Everyone present trembled with fear. It's too cruel. It turns out that all this is the hatred between Lin Muadao and Zhang Qingxiu. What happened to Lin Muadao? How could he become so powerful overnight? I heard that Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com has been to the Shengsu. Shengsu? Could it be that he has obtained some great fortune? Everyone was amazed. Lin Muadao ignored their reaction. After the Zhang family left, he went straight to the human building. Welcome, little brother, are you here again? Tu Shanlinger greeted. But, when her eyes fell on the long knife and the miserable Zhang Wenchen, her small face turned pale with fright. At the same time, the arrival of Lin Muadao also attracted Jun Qunmo's attention. Young Master Lin, what are you? Help me publish a message on Tongtian Beijian, saying that the Zhang family has been exterminated by me. 3 days later, I will kill Zhang Wenchen in Wia Villa. Okay? Is this to attract Zhang Qingxiu back? Jun Qunmo instantly understood Lin Muadao's intention. 30,000 low-grade spirit stones. It is good. Without hesitation, Lin Muadao took out the spirit stone directly. Wait a minute, Jun Qunmo didn't ask any more questions, turned around and took out a Tongtian Beijian, and quickly operated it. Soon, there will be results. Okay, you can go to Tongtian Beijian to have a look. Heard the words. Lin Yudao clicked on the Tongtian Beijian, and sure enough, a message was updated. Hot news, the ninth true disciple of Taixuanmen, Zhang Qingxiu's family was wiped out by Lin Yudao today, and will kill Zhang Wenchen 3 days later. Good. Nodded. Lin Yudao dragged his long knife and Zhang Wenchen, turned around and walked out of the human building. My lord, what is young Master Lin going to do? After Lin Yudao's figure completely disappeared, Tu Shanlinger finally came to Jun Qunmo and asked curiously. There was still a trace of horror in his eyes. Obviously. Zhang Wenchen's miserable scene just now, and Lin Yudao's crazy behavior left a deep impression on her. He was alone and killed Jiang's family. Also, he suppressed and killed the 3 Luntai realm priests of the Zhang family with his own power. As for why he openly released the information on the Tongtian Beijian, the purpose is to attract Zhang Qingxiu back. Jun Qunmo said lightly. Ah? Attract Zhang Qingxiu back? Hearing this, Tu Shanlinger suddenly opened his eyes wide. My lord, what do you mean, young Master Linear? He still wants to kill Zhang Qingxiu. Good. Actually, the reason why Lin Yudao killed Jiang's family and posted the news on the Tongtian Beijian made it known to everyone. His real intention lies in Zhang Qingxiu. But aren't they an unmarried couple? Why did young Master Lin kill her? The little girl looked puzzled. She couldn't understand why Lin Yudao did this. To this, Jun Qunmo smiled mysteriously. Perhaps, there is an irreconcilable hatred between them. Say it. He ignored Tu Shanlinger's surprise and continued to drink tea leisurely. The other side. Lin Yudao had already dragged Zhang Wenchen back to Wuya Villa. Master, are you back? Hey, this is Patriarch Zhang. Seeing Lin Yudao, Han Qingshan first said hello. However, his gaze was quickly attracted by the miserable figure on the ground, and when he saw that it was Zhang Wenchen, his eyes widened immediately. Young master, what's going on? Patriarch Zhang. I have a grudge against the Zhang family. Look at him carefully, 3 days later, it will be his death. Boom! Lin Yudao raised his big hand, threw Zhang Wenchen to the ground, and then left without looking back. See? Han Qingshan was still in endless shock. It wasn't until Zhang Wenchen's crazy roar that he woke up. Patriarch Zhang, you and the young master. Pooh! He killed the 3 major priests of my Zhang family, don't tell me you don't know. What? Lin Yudao killed the 3 major priests of the Zhang family? Han Qingshan was stunned. According to his understanding, the priest of the Zhang family was a master of the 5th realm, but Lin Yudao killed him by himself? When did he become so powerful? Could it be that the young master really obtained some kind of fortune in the Shangsu? Think here. Han Qingshan couldn't help but feel refreshed. Patriarch Zhang, young master, I grew up watching him grow up. I am very clear about his temper and temperament. If it weren't for what your Zhang family did to him, he would never be like this. Humph, what nonsense! What is wrong with my Zhang family? If I had known that he was such a heartless person, I shouldn't have agreed to this marriage at the beginning. You just wait, when Qingxiu returns, you must wait for death without a place to bury you. Take Xuanmen, it's not something Lin Yudao can fight against. Zhang Wenchen roared ferociously. His eyes were full of endless resentment. Heard the words. Han Qingshan was shocked. The Taixuan sect is a great force in the realm of Kyushu. Its background and strength are extremely powerful. If they support the Zhang family, they will be in trouble. The young master is still too impulsive. At this point, I can only go to Zhenmensi to avoid the limelight. He thought secretly in his heart. Talking. Immediately, he slapped Zhang Wenchen with a palm, abolishing all his cultivation and strength, and then dragged him away like a dead dog. Han Qingshan, how dare you treat me like this? I curse you to die from drinking Lin Yudao. Crazy roars resounded. To this, Han Qingshan ignored Jiang Wenshan's attention and directly locked Jiang Wenshan with an iron chain. In order to prevent him from escaping, he even broke his legs. He returned to his room only after everything was safe. After digging 3 feet into the ground, I dug out a simple bronze box, then hugged it, and walked towards Lin Wuodao. Lin Wuodao also heard Jiang Wenshan's screams. But he didn't pay any attention to it. Shua flipping his hands, he took out the corpse map. Although the news has been posted on Tongtian Beijian, it will definitely take some time for Zhang Qingxiu to return to Qingyuan ancient city. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Lin Wuodao was going to study the corpse map carefully to see if there were other strong corpses in the nearby area. The host's cultivation has reached the 8th stage of becoming a god, and the corpse map will be updated. Updating, ding, the update was successful. From now on, the search range of the corpse map will cover the entire Kyushu territory. When the host's luck value reaches a certain amount, the nearest corpse hiding place will be automatically unlocked. The corpse unlocked by the corpse map must be a strong one. After the host collects the corpse, it will definitely drop a treasure. For details, please consult the system. Crash. A ray of divine light flashed across, and the corpse map changed dramatically. First of all, the scope of the search was wider, then, a large red human-shaped mark appeared from the map of the corpse. These marks are the places where the strong hide their corpses. Only the location of the corpses marked by the corpse map is hazy, and at first glance, it seems to be covered by a layer of fog. And what surprised Lin Wuodao was that every place where the corpses were hidden was marked with a numerical value. Character, Lu Kangming Identity, the Supreme Elder of Sui Nation Zong 800 years ago. Cultivation level, Great Perfection of Heaven and Man. Burial location, Unknown status, Dead unlock, 100,000 luck. Character, Li Qingyun Identity, Supreme Demon Cult Leader 3000 years ago. Cultivation level, Late stage of Dongtian Realm. Burial location, Unknown status, Dead unlock, 300,000 luck. Character, Li Chunkaiu Identity, one of the 8 major courtyards of the True Dragon Academy. Cultivation, Void Heaven Realm. Dzogchen. Burial location, Unknown status, Dead unlock, 500,000 luck. A lot of information about the corpse hiding place came into view. After reading, Lin Wuodao fell silent. Because the specific location of the place where the strong man hides the corpse marked on the map of the corpse is not clear. If you want to obtain detailed information, you must meet the corresponding luck value. Only in this way can it be unlocked. System, what is the luck value? Ding, the so-called luck value refers to the luck possessed by the host itself. After the system is concretized, it is presented as an intuitive value. When the luck value of the host reaches the standard of a certain corpse hiding place, the corresponding corpse hiding place can be unlocked. Collect the body of the strong, and you will get treasure. The system gives an explanation. Can it still be like this? Lin Wuodao was a little surprised. Then how much luck do I have now? Besides, how do I get luck? Ding dong, the current luck value of the host is 1000 points. There are many ways to obtain luck value. Yu reading www.yuyugonshu.com. Details are as follows. 1. The host's own cultivation is improved. 2. The identity and status of the host has undergone tremendous changes. 3. Join a certain force and get the blessing of luck. 4. Establish a party force and expand the territory. 5. Sacrifice all kinds of treasures. 6. Forcibly plunder the luck of others and strengthen yourself. Wow! A panel appeared in front of Lin Wuodao, which recorded various channels and methods for obtaining luck value. It's really not easy. He sighed. There is no free lunch in the world. If you want to get something, you have to pay something. The existence of the system is only to assist the host to better cultivate and become stronger. It is only a guiding role, and the specifics depend on the host's own efforts. The great power belongs to oneself, is the kingly way. In my mind, a warning from the system came. Heard. Lin Mudeo nodded. The concept of the system coincides with him. He also believes that only his own strength is the real strength, relying on external things is always not the right way. It seems that I have to find a way to earn luck points. He murmured softly. Talking. Lin Mudeo thought about it. Boom boom boom. At this moment, there was a knock on his door. Subsequently, Han Qingshan walked in with a bronze box in his arms. Han Bo, what's the matter? Seeing Han Qingshan holding an old bronze box, Lin Mudeo was a little curious. Master, this is what the master left for you. Relic? Lin Mudeo was surprised. Not long after he was reborn in the Shenhuang Great World, according to what he remembered, his father Lin Daoshan was extremely powerful, and he was a big figure in the Yuanzhou Town Magic Division. Only 10 years ago, because of a turmoil, he died unexpectedly. What will he leave behind? Between doubts, Lin Mudeo opened the bronze box that had been dusty for 10 years. I saw that there were 3 things in it. A simple and dark bronze medal, a sharp long sword, and a piece of bone about the size of a palm that exudes a mysterious atmosphere. Master was Yuanzhou Town Magic Division and the Lord of the Hunting Demon Palace before his death. He is high and powerful. At the same time, his own strength is also extremely powerful, and he has already cultivated to the 6th level of the Taoist Palace. If there were no accidents for some reason, with the strength and prestige of the master, I am afraid that he has already ascended to the position of the governor of Zhenmensi. Han Qingshan sighed. Looking at the things in front of him, his eyes were full of sadness. Heard. Lin Mudeo examined it for a moment, and the first thing he picked up was the sharp and simple long sword. Clang! When the blade was drawn out, a strong murderous aura came oncoming. Master, this is the Sevayen Star Long Yuan sword used by the master during his lifetime, and it is an extremely rare 8th level spiritual weapon. Han Qingshan introduced at the right time. He has followed Lin Daoshan all his life, and he is very clear about some of his items during his lifetime. 8 Hoarder Spirit Soldier? Lin Mudeo nodded without any fluctuations in his eyes. Then he picked up the dark and mysterious bronze medal again, only to see the word Suppressing Demons outlined on one side, and the word Hunting Demons outlined on the other side. This should be Lin Daoshan's identity token. Young master, you must keep this token of the Demon Hunting Palace. It represents the glory of the master's life, and it is also a symbol of status. Zhao Xianxiao, the governor of the Zhen Magic Division in Yuanzhou, has an agreement with the master. As long as you go to the Zhen Magic Division with the token of the Hunting Demon Palace, the young master will be able to get protection. In addition, if you can pass the assessment of the Zhen Magic Division, young master, or reach the realm of the Taoist Palace, you can even directly inherit the master's position as the master of the Demon Hunting Hall. Over the years, the position of the Lord of the Hunting Demon Hall has been vacant because of this promise. Han Qingshan said very solemnly. Yuanzhou Town Magic Division? The position of the Lord of the Hunting Demon Palace? Hearing this, Lin Mudeo's eyes flashed a bright light. He thinks it's okay for the son to inherit his father's business. Besides, he also has this strength. If he ascends to the sky in one step and becomes the Lord of the First Hall of Zhen Magic Division, at that time, with the identity and status of the Hall Lord, he will definitely be able to obtain a lot of luck points. Thinking of this, Lin Mudeo suddenly had a plan in his heart. Subsequently, he put down the token, and held the last piece of palm-sized mysterious bone in his hand. Young master, this is an accidental acquisition of the master during his lifetime. It is said that it is a bone of a wild dragon from ancient times, and a powerful attack method is also recorded in it. It's named Savage Dragon Mahamudra. 10 years ago, the master was invincible and invincible with this powerful method. According to the master, as long as you practice the great dragon Mahamudra to the level of Dzogchen, you can strike with the power of 30 ancient wild dragons with one palm, and have the power to split mountains and mountains. It's just that it's too difficult to cultivate. Even with master's peerless resources, I have practiced for more than 10 years, but I have only cultivated the barbarian dragon Mahamudra to a small level. However, even if this is the case, one palm can still strike the power of 3 ancient savage dragons. Speaking of which, a strong excitement appeared in Han Qingshan's eyes. He highly respects the wild dragon Mahamudra. Listening to his introduction, Lin Wudao sized it up first, and then poured a ray of spiritual power tentatively. Suddenly, a golden divine light burst out and reflected in the midair. Impressively, the cultivation method of the savage dragon Mahamudra. Is it possible to consume 1,000 luck points to cultivate it to the introductory level after detecting the savage dragon Mahamudra of the ancient method? Sudden. A cold reminder sound suddenly came from the mind. Okay? Luck value can still be used like this? Lin Wudao was very surprised. He looked at his remaining luck value, it was exactly 1,000. If all of it is used to cultivate the savage dragon Mahamudra, his luck value will return to 0 at that time, and I don't know if it will bring bad influence to himself. Just in case, Lin Wudao did not choose to practice immediately. He still has to prepare well. Hanbo, I'm going to take a good look at the big handprint of the savage dragon. If you're fine, don't bother me. Okay. Han Qingshan nodded yes. Immediately, he turned and exited the door. After he left, Lin Wudao pondered for a while, and took out the ancient sword of Qingming, the 6th level spiritual soldier, which he had collected before collecting the corpse, and put it together with the 7 star Long Yuan sword. For a time, the sharpness was monstrous. System: sacrifice Qingming ancient sword and 7 star Long Yuan sword. Ding! The sacrifice was successful. You sacrificed the ancient sword Qingming, a 6th level spiritual soldier, and gained 600 points of luck. You sacrificed the 7 star Long Yuan sword, an 8th rank spiritual soldier, and gained 800 points of luck. The beep sounded again. Do you want to consume 1,000 points of luck to cultivate the barbarian dragon Mahamudra to the level of beginners? Yes. Ding! Successful training. Congratulations to the host, you have cultivated the savage dragon Mahamudra to the entry level, and you can strike the power of an ancient savage dragon with one palm. Boom! Accompanied by the system's notification sound, Lin Wudao suddenly felt that many insights about the barbarian dragon Mahamudra appeared in his mind out of thin air. At the same time, he tried to press lightly towards the void, and in an instant a tyrannical and unparalleled force surged out like a prehistoric Milky Way, causing explosions in the air. As expected of an ancient method, it is really powerful. Lin Wudao praised it. Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com finished. He set his sights on the savage dragon bone. System: how much luck can this thing be exchanged for? 4,000. Okay, it's exchanged. Ding! Congratulations on sacrificing an ancient savage dragon's spine and gaining 4,000 luck points. Continue to improve the savage dragon Mahamudra for me. Ding! You have spent 5,000 luck points and successfully cultivated the savage dragon Mahamudra to the level of small achievement. You can strike the power of 3 ancient savage dragons with one palm. Its palm strength is 100 feet through the body. Name: Lin Wudao Cultivation, Early Stage of Deity Transformation Cultivation Method, Desolate Ancient Emperor Sutra Skills, Basic Boxing, Beginner, Kaishan Mahamudra, Savage Dragon Mahamudra, Small Accomplishment, Items, Bronze Coffin for Burial, Corpse Map, Stone of Origin, Token of the Temple of Hunting Demons. Lifespan, 12,736 years. Remarks: you are cursed, you will be forcibly deprived of 1 year of life every day. New information is presented in front of you. After reading, Lin Muadao didn't have any expression on his face, still calm and calm. Next, just wait for Zhang Qingxiu to return. Say it. He immediately sat cross-legged on the ground and worked hard to practice. Lin Muadao didn't know, because of what he did, at this moment, the huge ancient city of Qingyuan, and even the entire territory of Kyushu, caused an uproar. The family of Zhang Qingxiu, the ninth true disciple of Taixuan sect, was wiped out in one day. This news shocked Kyushu. Same. Countless people are also full of curiosity about Lin Muadao's identity and origin. In the east of Qingyuan ancient city, there is a big family. Name, the Lin clan. It has nearly 500 years of inheritance, both in terms of foundation and strength. It is quite strong, and it firmly controls most of the resources of Qingyuan ancient city. True to its name, Overlord. Zikan Palace. The most majestic place of the Lin clan, it is also a symbol of power and status. Now, in the grand hall, there were figures of clan elders sitting there. All of them had serious expressions, some of them had strong anger floating in their eyes, while others were anxious. Among them, the leader is a dignified middle-aged man in black clothes. His name is Lin Tianese, and he is currently the patriarch of the Lin clan. Simultaneously, his cultivation has also reached the middle stage of Luntai realm, and he is a well-deserved strongman in this ancient city of Qingyuan. Only now, like the other clan elders in the hall, he is frowning tightly, with anger and worry that cannot be resolved in his eyes. Because they all knew what happened to the Zhang family. Let's talk about it. How should Lin Muadao deal with this matter? There was a long silence. Lin Tianese finally couldn't help breaking the silence and said, "Heard." The brows of the people present frowned even tighter. "Patriarch, I think that Lin Muadao should be expelled from the Lin clan immediately. From then on, we should draw a complete line with him and no longer be the heir of the Lin family. This son is extremely rampant and daring. I don't know what kind of fortune, by chance, with the strength of the Luntai realm, I thought I was great, and killed the Zhang family aggressively. It was simply lawless. Now, Zhang Qingxiu has become the ninth true disciple of the Taixuan sect. With such a big change in the Zhang family, the Taixuan sect will definitely not sit idly by. Once the Taixuan sect blames it, my Lin family can't bear it at all. Therefore, before the people from the Taixuan sect come, quickly draw a clear line with him, put aside the relationship, and save time from being implicated by him." At this time, a fiery clan elder stood up and shouted. The words are full of hostility. To this, Lin Tianese didn't speak, but looked at the other people present. "Patriarch, I agree with the proposal of the elders of the three clans to expel Lin Muadao from the Lin clan. I agree. Lin Muadao is a scourge. If you let it go, sooner or later it will bring disaster to the Lin family. You must get rid of it quickly." "Yes, my Lin family doesn't want this kind of person." A family elder echoed one after another. Looking at this scene, Lin Tianese frowned slightly. "Old man, what do you think?" He looked at a hale and hearty old man in red at the lower left. "Patriarch, in a few days, our Lin family will reach the end of 500 years. At that time, God will send a catastrophe to test the strength of the family. If we can survive the catastrophe of the heavens, the Lin family will receive gifts and rewards from the heavens. At that time, our Lin family will be like dragons, and our strength and background will skyrocket. But if you can't get over it, the Lin family will definitely suffer a catastrophe. In the current situation, it would be good to have one more helper." The old man said slowly. "God catastrophe?" Hearing these words, the faces of everyone present, including the patriarch Lin Tianese, changed. This is a test from God. But all the forces of the great desolate world cannot get rid of it. For forces like the Lin family, God will send down a test every 500 years. If they pass it successfully, their strength will skyrocket, but if they fail, they must accept the punishment of God. This is equivalent to advancing. No matter who it is, no matter how huge and ancient its power is, when facing the catastrophe of the heavens, one must be cautious and walk on thin ice. I'm afraid that if one is not careful, he will die without a place to bury him. Therefore, the Lin family is also full of panic. But this is not the reason for Lin Wuodao to continue to stay. Patriarch, Lin Wuodao must not keep this son. Right now, the affairs of Jiang's family have been published on the Tongtian Beijian by the owner of the world, and it has already spread throughout the entire Dali dynasty and even the boundaries of Kyushu. It can be predicted that within 3 days, someone from the Taixuan sect will definitely come. At that time, my Lin family will definitely be blamed, but I can't afford it. The elders of the 3 clans yelled again. The voice is extremely urgent. His words won the approval of many people. Patriarch, what the elders of the 3 clans said is reasonable. Lin Wuodao must be expelled from the Lin clan. Don't care about the catastrophe, let's deal with Taixuanmen first. If this matter is not handled well, our Lin family will be wiped out before the catastrophe comes. Patriarch, don't hesitate, expel Lin Wuodao from the clan. Lin Wuodao can't stay. Unanimous. C. Lin Tianese was silent for a long time, and finally nodded. Since all the clan elders agree, let Lin Wuodao be expelled from the Lin family clan. From now on, he has no relationship with my Lin clan. Elder of the 3 clans, go to the human building immediately and post this news on the Tongtian Beijian, at least the Taixuanmen must see our attitude. Also, send someone to tell Lin Wuodao. Yes. The elders of the 3 clans left happily. Seeing this scene, the elders of the great clan sighed slightly, and all agreed that even if he wanted to keep Lin Wuodao temporarily, it was impossible. After all, although the Lin family is strong, they cannot afford to offend the Taixuan sect. For the benefit of the patriarch's life and death, Lin Wuodao can only be sacrificed. Lin Wuodao and Wuodavilla didn't know what happened to the Lin family. And the Lin family's work efficiency is very fast. After going to the human building to announce the news that Lin Wuodao was expelled from his clan, Lin Tianhe, the elder of the 3 clans, immediately came to Wuodavilla without stopping. For his arrival, Han Qingshan was very surprised. Because, since Lin Daoshan passed away, the Lin family has never set foot in Wuodavilla. I don't know why the elders of the 3 clans came here. Han Qingshan didn't give him a good face. To this, Lin Tianhe snorted coldly. Today, I am here to inform you that in view of Lin Wuodao's daring and reckless behavior, after a unanimous discussion in the Lin family, he has decided to expel Lin Wuodao from his clan. From today onwards, Yu reading www.yuyuganshu.com. There is no relationship between the Lin family and Lin Wuodao. What? Expulsion from clan? Hearing this suddenly, Han Qingshan became furious. What a Lin family, thanks to the help and maintenance of my master many times during his lifetime, what he didn't expect in the end was that the son was expelled from the clan. Your conscience has been eaten by dogs. If the master is still alive, how dare you be so presumptuous? The more he talked, the angrier he became. However, for Han Qingshan's strong humiliation and resentment, Lin Tianhe didn't pay attention to it, let alone take it to heart. In his opinion, the Lin family does not lack a Lin Wuodao. Without him, the Lin family can survive well, keeping him will bring great disaster to the Lin family. If so, it's better to be expelled from the house as soon as possible to avoid future troubles. Today, I'm just here to inform you, not to listen to your nonsense. The result is like this. You have to admit it, and you have to admit it. Also, from now on, you are not allowed to bluff and cheat as the Lin family, you are no longer from the Lin family. Finished. Lin Tianhe threw down a paper of resolution and walked away. See this scene. Although Han Qingshan felt extremely humiliated and angry, he had no choice but to pick up the resolution on the ground and went to Lin Wudao's room. "Master, the people from the Lin family are here, they. I already know the thing. The identity of the Lin family is so small, it doesn't matter if you don't want it." A flat voice came from the room. In fact, he never put the Lin family in his eyes.